So last time I left you, we just torn down that little barn, shed, whatever you want to call it. Wasn't a lot left to it. Tore it down, sorted it out, got it burned up. You can see it burning in the background. This is the same day, but it seemed like too much stuff to make one video. I didn't want the video to be too long, so I split it up into two videos. We were getting ready to go drop this off, and dropping this off turned into quite the adventure, I must say. First thing, we'll get on the highway. I love this stretch of highway because it's just long and straight, and I get to climb all my gears nice and easy. So that's what we're looking. And I'm going to switch the GoPro over to the other side as we go through Derby so you can get a little bit of river scenery. And then at the very end, I got some more patches coming in. I got the welder up and running, and just a little bit of update on some content that's coming up.
Drag, I always raise my tail up just a little bit.
All right, so what we're getting ready to do here, it's not ideal. You're gonna see some cedar tree limbs brush against that Traco and against the truck. You're gonna see me lose a flag, 2 flags actually. No, I'm not happy about it, and I'm not happy about where I was, but this is what we call a commitment driveway, and the first half looked okay. And then as soon as I made the first turn, I realized, well, this isn't gonna go as smooth as I want it to. But it's hard to show in camera the grade of this driveway, but it is incredibly steep, it's incredibly narrow. And once you get to this point, you just have to go for it and get up there and figure it out from the top.
We didn't fall off the side of the road, but I do owe Mike some new flags. On the bright side, where we find them, we know we need to trim some trees. You know what I mean? It's like a marker. It's like a tree trimming marker. Oh, hey, new flags is better than a new Traco. That's what I always say. All right. I'm gonna put you on a time lapse. We're gonna go ahead and just offload here. That way when I go turn around the backside, I'll be empty. You guys will see what I mean.
It don't hurt if you skin that tree.
Well, it might not hurt the tree, but it might hurt my trailer.
Okay.
I'll just take a Traco and scoot it over real quick.
So a couple things real quick. On the John Deere 120, this is the Volvo 140. On the John Deere 120, we've done this maneuver several times, and the D-ring on the John Deere is on the actual quick coupler. So we can take the bucket off, which means we lose the weight of the bucket, and we can get the boom lower in a better lifting position for the back end of this trailer. On the 140, there is a place for a clevis to go in the quick coupler, but we don't have one on there yet. And the only D-ring on here is actually on the bucket itself. So it just doesn't make for the best lifting setup quite yet. We'll get there eventually, it's just not there. I tried it this way. At this angle where I was at, it didn't really work. I ended up just pushing it with the blade. It's not ideal, but it was kind of either that or sell the guy a trailer.
Hi there.
So with this where I'm at now, I'm a little bit closer and able to get a better angle to lift it. I still wasn't able to get all the pressure off or fully lift it, but I was able to get quite a bit off and just do the old lift and scoot to finish this corner. So we finally got turned around, finally got offloaded. We're headed out here for the day, headed home. I got you sitting on the front bumper. I want to give you a little bit better view of what this driveway looks like on the way down. And I know there's a lot of really awesome drivers out there, and a lot of good drivers could have made this no problem. I'm not the best driver in the world. I've never claimed to be. I'm just a guy that kind of drives part-time for Dirt Perfect on my days off from a full-time job. So you can kind of see my tire tracks here and there. You can see the first flag laying on the ground there. That was taken out by a tree. I'll tell you what, the rub rails on the trailer did a great job, and we didn't break any mirrors on the Traco, and we didn't rub any paint on the Traco, so that was pretty good. I was a little bit nervous when I was looking in my mirror on the way up, but like I said, it's kind of commitment. It's either make it to the top or stop halfway up and really get yourself in a bind. Go ahead and keep on heading down here. Show you where the second flag was at. Well, I guess that was the second flag technically on the way up, so this would be the coming up on the first flag. I wish I had a better way to show grade. It doesn't look steep in this video, but I'm telling you, it's steep. I need like a grade meter or some sort of grade gauge so I can set in view of the camera so you can see what we're looking at and what we're going up. That might be something I'll look into in the future. It's just hard to show. It just doesn't show up on camera. There it is. There's the first flag we lost. All right, we'll get that flag put up. We're gonna get on the highway. We're gonna go into race truck mode, get back to get back to the lot. And like I said, I had some mail that came in with some fire patches from some awesome subscribers. We got that coming up. And then another quick update on some upcoming content. And yeah.
So did it go perfect? No. I mean, it went perfectly as planned because I didn't have a plan. But sometimes that happens. 2 words of advice. 2 words of advice. You know, 1 is don't put yourself in that situation. And 2, if you do get in that situation, stay calm, go slow, work through it, check, double check, triple check. Make sure whatever you're doing to fix the problem you're in doesn't make the problem worse. And just keep a cool head and try to get it done.
So I kind of jumped to the welder on you real quick. If you remember, I got this from Dirt Perfect, propane-powered welder / Ginset. I finally got all the little fittings to make the connection that I needed, so we're just going to get it hooked up real quick. I wanted to see if it ran, and I also wanted to thank, now I don't think I can say who it was, but I had 2 awesome subscribers hook me up with some welding supplies, some gloves, some jackets, some leads, some grounds, some rods, everything you need to weld. You guys know who you are. I've already thanked you in person, but I'm going to thank you on here as well, so big old thanks to that. And you guys can thank him too. You just have to say, thanks, Mr. Anonymous, for all the welding supplies. But anywho, see if we can get this thing running, and on to the weld.
Make a bingo card for the last video. So you remember that? Well, not the one tearing down, but the one putting the culvert in. Jason Works a Lot won this. Most of these came in. That one never came in, but most of these came in. It was a lot of fun. I told you we were going to do it. I sent it to a couple other content creators. Jason Works a Lot got to 4 corners first, so he won. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I thought it was fun. I think it's funny. Anywho, so here's the first one. I'll show you. That one's from Benson. That's Benson, Arizona, and that's from Jerry. So Jerry, thank you for sending that. That is awesome. I'm super excited about that one. I also got another one from, all right, so the other ones I got is from a guy named Keith. Keith said he's gonna be at Con Expo too, so I'm hoping I get to run into him, but he sent several. He sent 3 of them. These are from Bullard, Texas, and Keith, these are absolutely awesome. There's a Smith County dive team. Absolutely awesome, Keith. I can't thank you enough for these. So one project I'm going to have to do soon is making a board to put these up on. That's pretty exciting. Very excited, very appreciative you guys sending those patches in. So thanks for the patches, guys. I'm very, very appreciative of that. I know I've had a few other people reach out, said they got some in the mail, so I can't wait till those get here. Last thing we're going to do today is I am a creature of opportunity, and I'm going to go down. Mike is actually using the 140 at the neighbor's property, so we're going to walk down, walk that up real quick. I'm not going to make a video out of that. You may just see like a 5-second clip of the 140 moving. Content coming up. We've got, I'm going to try to muck that 3rd culvert in today. So we got that video coming up. I'm going to try to do a drone flyover of the old quarry in Derby. We talked about Moser's crushed stone coming down river a few videos ago or whenever that was, and talked about the old quarry in Derby. And I thought, well, maybe I ought to do a flyover of it. That'd be kind of neat. You guys can kind of see what that looks like. And then Con Expo's coming up. So we're going down, myself, Farmer Chris, Logger Wade and his wife, and then Dirt Perfect and Mrs. Dirt Perfect. We're all flying down to Con Expo. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mike and I used to go to Vegas for the World of Concrete conventions, but from what I understand, this is like 10 times the size of World of Concrete. So I'm really excited about it. We'll have some videos coming from that. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.